Welcome to the Mystic Access Podcast, where the magic is in learning.
Episode 70, CD3O. This is Chris Grabowski, and I was going through some old audio recordings of podcasts that I did, and I came across this podcast. This was a product called CD3O. This was a networked MP3 player that connects to your home stereo system through your Wi-Fi network, and it was pretty popular in and around 2003, 2004, 2005. And I just wanted to share this recording with you. This is Chris Grabowski. I'd like to talk to you today about the CD3O networked MP3 player. The CD3O networked MP3 player is an MP3 player that connects to your stereo. It is about the size of a video cassette, and it will connect through RCA jacks. There are three models of CD3O. The CD3O 100 is an Ethernet-based MP3 player that would connect to your router. The CD3O 200 is a Ethernet-based MP3 player that also connects to your wireless internet, so it can connect wireless or wired. The CD3O 300 is the same as the CD3O 200, except it's got optical out ports and it has an antenna for longer range. There are no buttons on the CD3O MP3 player. The unit is controlled by an infrared wireless remote control. The MP3 files are not stored on your MP3 player. They're actually streamed across your wireless network or wired network from a PC. On the PC, there's a server-based software that keeps track of all of your MP3s and however many MP3 players you have connected to your network. You can have up to 6 MP3 players connected to your network at one time. Each player can play its own individual playlist. On the remote of the MP3 player, you have a help button. If you press that help button, you'll get this message.
To begin browsing your music library, press any of the gold buttons at the top of the remote control. To play a saved favorite, press the favorite button, followed by a number.
On the top of the remote, you have two buttons, one on one side and one on the other. The one on the one side, the left side,
Library,
is your library button. It basically allows total access to your music library. The one on the right side is your playlists button. So if you have saved playlists, you can browse through the saved playlists by using the arrow keys on the remote.
80s Pop Hits, Billboard Top Hits 1980-1989, Bowling for Soup, Celine Dion.
You can use your favorite M3U playlist editor to create playlists and save them to a specific folder that the CD3O sees, and it will read those playlists. You can also browse your library
by genres
or
artists
or
albums.
You can even browse by
tracks.
Okay, so let's see what happens if we browse by
genres.
And we'll press the down
80s, ambient dream pop, blues, children's, classic rock, classical, clubhouse, comedy, country, dance, Country.
So if we press play,
Playing country.
Don't need no copy of Vogue magazine. Don't need to dress like no beauty.
so if you noticed, the voice of the MP3 player is Microsoft Mary. It uses SAPI 5 voices. You can actually use AT&T natural voices with the player. The voice is not coming from my computer. My computer is actually downstairs in another room. The voice is actually being streamed along with the music to the MP3 player. So now let's browse by.
Artists.
We'll use our down arrow key.
ABC. Ace of Base. After the Fire. Air Supply. Alabama. Alan Jackson. The Alan Parsons Project. Alan Silvestri. Alana Miles. American Idol finalists. Amy Adams. Amy Grant. The Angels.
So anything that
And
we
Wilson and
want,
Mike Reno.
we can press play.
Anthony Fedorov. Anwar Robinson. Aretha Franklin and George Michael. Artist. Asia. Atlantic Star. Playing Atlantic Star.
On the remote, you have an information button, so if you can't remember the name or track or album that you're listening to, you can press the information button and you will get.
This is Always by Atlantic Star from Tidal.
And your information is only as good as your ID3 tags.
Tracks. 1-2. 1-900 Sheila. 100 years from now. 16 candles.
So now we're browsing
19 something.
from
1985.
by track.
Playing 1985.
And if we don't remember,
This is 1985 by Bowling for Sufang Offer.
on the remote there's also a keypad that you can, a telephone style keypad that you can type in if you're searching for a genre, an artist, an album, or a track. You can start typing it in using ABC as 2, 3 as DEF, 4 as GEH, etc., etc., etc. The CD3O players run on the 802.11b network. So you can use your 802.11b with your WEP and all your security settings that you would have for your normal network. Right now I am using the Belkin Pre-N router with 3 of these CD3Os connected, and they all work just fine off of the Belkin Pre-N. I have moved to the computer running the CD3O software, and I'm just going to give you a brief tour of the software.
CD3O Control Center button.
I'm running Windows 5.5 Beta 1 at this particular moment, and I'm going to hit my context key.
Graphic. Context menu. Open Control Center O.
Open the Control Center. You really don't need to interact with the Control Center much. It's pretty mouse driven, the Control Center.
Scan music folders are.
If you add an MP3 or an album to your music folders, you can press enter on this and it'll rescan, it'll re-index your files as far as the CD3O is concerned.
Settings. Key dialog.
Here's settings.
Exit Control Center
And
X.
then exit. So let's go back up to settings.
Settings. Key dialog. Menu closed.
Press
Network
enter.
MP3 players. No selected item. List view. Property sheet. Dialog. CD3O music server settings. Talk. Placement. Model. C200. Firmware revision. 2.2.2.22. Red room. Model. Button. Living room. Model.
Okay, so you can name your MP3 players, and this is giving you a list of the MP3 players that are working and active.
Rename. Dialog.
You could rename them.
Network settings. Dialog.
Network settings.
Update firmware. Dialog. Button. Remove. Dialog. Button. OK. Button. Cancel. Button.
Okay, so now if we control tab.
Music folders. Property sheet. Music library. 2 of 3. Add. Dialog. Button.
You can add a folder to your music library.
Remove. Button.
Remove.
Read only. Edit box. Save new playlist to. See my stuff playlists.
You can save your new playlist to that folder so that it looks to see where your playlists are.
Browse. Dialog. Button. OK. Button. Cancel. Button. Music library. 2 of 3. Tab control. Control center. 3
And here's
of 3.
the control center.
Run CD3O control center at startup. Checkbox. Checked.
Of course, you'd want that started so you wouldn't have to bother with running the CD3O software manually.
Show system tray icon. Checkbox. Checked. Sort names like voice guide. Checkbox. Unchecked. OK. Button. Space. CD3O control.
So as you can see, the CD3O software is pretty straightforward and speech friendly. The interface to have access to all of your CDs is wonderful, to have access to literally hundreds and hundreds of songs.
Well, I hope you have enjoyed this look back on the CD3O networked MP3 player. The company is no longer in business. They went out of business probably about the time that the recording was made. And if you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, my contact information follows. Thank you very much and have a good day.
The preceding program was a presentation of Mystic Access, where the magic is in learning. To contact, please visit www.mysticaccess.com or call 1-888-678-1433. You may also email chris@mysticaccess.com or follow on Twitter at www.twitter.com/mysticaccess. Also, visit our podcast site at www.mysticaccesspodcast.com. Thanks for listening. We hope you enjoyed the program.